Everything is about to change on the Chi. The trailer for Season 7, Episode 9 just dropped, and it's got fans holding their breath. Emmett is in serious danger. A gunshot rings out. Kiesha is crying. And Emmett? He's nowhere to be found. Could this be the end of one of the show's most loved characters? Let's break down what we saw in the trailer, what it might mean, and why Episode 9 could be the most shocking yet. Before we dive deep into the trailer, we need to talk about what happened in Episode 8. Because that episode set the stage for everything that's coming, and it may have sealed Emmett's fate. Episode 8 was tense from start to finish. Emmett has been trying to keep his life together, but the pressure is closing in fast. His connection to Douda is still haunting him. Even though he's trying to leave that life behind, Douda isn't the kind of man you just walk away from. He's a kingpin who doesn't forget betrayal. And in Episode 8, Emmett made it clear. He wants out. Completely. But that kind of move doesn't come without a price. Kiesha has been growing more worried too. She sees the fear in Emmett's eyes. She knows he's trying to protect their family. But something's wrong. In one scene, she tells him, "If something happens to you, what happens to us?" That one line hit hard. It wasn't just a fear. It felt like foreshadowing. Meanwhile, Douda continues to tighten his grip on the streets. He's losing trust in people. He's paranoid. And that makes him even more dangerous. There's a moment where he talks to one of his guys and says, "Loyalty ain't just earned. It's tested." That could be a warning. That could be about Emmett. Trig and Victor have also been working behind the scenes, trying to stop the violence in the city. But it feels like their efforts are too little, too late. The chaos is spreading. Douda's enemies are growing. And anyone connected to him, including Emmett, is now a target. By the end of Episode 8, the tension reached its peak. Emmett met with someone in secret. We didn't see the full conversation, but we know it was dangerous. His body language, the way he looked over his shoulder, the way he whispered, it was clear. He was planning something big. Maybe an escape. Maybe a betrayal. Maybe even a deal with the police. Whatever it was risky. The final shot of Episode 8 showed Emmett staring into the distance, quiet and still. The music swelled. The screen faded to black. That silence felt like a warning. And now, with the new trailer for Episode 9, we're starting to understand what that warning meant. Because in the trailer, Emmett is either running for his life or already gone. The trailer opens with a heavy silence. Then we see Emmett, alone, walking down a dark street. The lighting is dim, his head is low, and there's no music. That kind of silence in the Chi always means something is coming. It feels like danger is closing in on him. The background is blurry, almost, like the world around him doesn't exist. He's in his own head, or maybe he knows someone is watching him. Then comes the tension. We hear a voice. Maybe Douda's saying, "Everybody gotta pay what they owe." That line cuts deep. If you've been following this season, you know that Emmett owes Douda more than just money. He owes loyalty. And Douda feels betrayed. That voiceover is laid on top of a quick shot. Emmett slamming a door shut. It's fast, maybe even easy to miss, but it shows panic. He's not calm anymore. He's not in control. Next, we see Kiesha, sitting alone, crying. Her hands are shaking. She doesn't say anything, but we can read everything on her face. It's fear, grief, maybe even guilt. In the background, there's the soft sound of a heart monitor beeping. That's the kind of detail that doesn't just happen. The showrunners are telling us. Someone's in the hospital. Someone close. And the way the trailer frames it, it's almost definitely Emmett asterisk. There's a sudden flash of light. A gun. Muzzle. A loud bang. We don't see who gets hit, but we hear the sound of a body dropping. Then, silence again. That's when the screen fades to black for a few seconds. It's a haunting choice. The Chi doesn't just use silence for mood. It uses it to create suspense. It wants us to sit in that fear. Asterisk after that, we get a fast series of cuts. A funeral suit being ironed. A hand placing flowers down. Jada, Emmett's mom, holding a photo frame and shaking her head. There's even a moment where Trig looks like he's fighting back tears. These might be misdirects, but they all build one message. Someone we love might be gone. Asterisk, now. Here's the part fans are talking about the most. Asterisk after the gunshot, Emmett, is completely missing from the second half of the trailer. No new footage of him. No shots of him talking. Not even a reaction shot. In trailers, especially from a show like The Chi, that usually means one thing. The character is in trouble, or already out of the picture. Asterisk. It's also worth pointing out a subtle choice by the editors. In one frame, we see a blurry photo of Emmett on a wall. It's covered with candles and flowers. That looks a lot like a memorial. The kind people make when someone from the neighborhood dies. Could this be the writers showing us the end, without fully revealing it? Asterisk, there's a whisper near the end of the trailer. It sounds like Kiesha, and she says, "You said we'd be safe." It's not loud. It's not dramatic. But it's painful. It sounds like something someone says after a promise is broken. Maybe after a loved one is lost. So let's connect the dots. The trailer shows fear. It shows grief. It shows people reacting to something terrible, but it never shows Emmett after that gunshot. That's not just a coincidence. That's editing with purpose. The show wants us to feel afraid. It wants us to question if Emmett is really gone. And honestly, maybe he is. Asterisk, but there's one thing the Chi loves more than shock. Mystery. They want us guessing. They want us watching. So could this be a misdirect? Could someone else be the target? Could Emmett be in hiding? That's exactly what we'll explore next in Section 3. Fan theories and predictions. The moment the trailer dropped, fans started talking fast. On social media, Reddit threads, and comment sections, the big question is echoing loud. Did Emmett really die? Or are the writers setting us up for something bigger, darker, and possibly smarter? Let's go through the most popular theories, starting with the one that has everyone shaken. Theory 1. Emmett is dead, and Episode 9 will confirm it asterisk. This is the most obvious theory, and the one fans are afraid of. In this version, Emmett is killed, most likely by someone working for Douda. It fits the tone of the trailer. It fits the emotional reactions we saw. Kiesha's breakdown, Jada's grief, the gunshot. Asterisk, it would also raise the stakes for the rest of the season. If Emmett dies, it throws the neighborhood into chaos. Kiesha could be pushed to the edge. Jada might want revenge. And Trig could finally turn fully against the street life and take action. The writers might be using Emmett's death as a way to shift all the characters into their endgame arcs. Asterisk, but here's the twist. The Chi rarely kills a character without some build-up. And while Episode 8 had tension, it didn't feel like Emmett's final hour. That's why some fans think this is all part of a misdirection. Asterisk theory 2. Emmett fakes his death to escape Douda asterisk. Now this one is interesting, and it actually fits Emmett's character arc. Asterisk. Think about it. He's tried everything to break free from Douda. Talking, threatening, even trying to disappear. But Douda always finds him. The only way out might be to fake his death. It would explain why his body isn't shown. It would explain the memorial, which could be fake. And it would add a secret subplot for the rest of the season. Asterisk. Some fans even pointed out a detail. In episode 8, Emmett met with someone off-screen. We never saw who. What if that person was a cop? Or someone with access to witness protection? If Emmett cuts a deal, gives up Douda in exchange for safety, he might have to vanish. Asterisk. This could set up an explosive season finale where Emmett returns at the worst or best possible time. Theory 3. Someone else got shot. Not Emmett. Let's talk about misdirection. The episode 9 trailer gives us a lot of emotional cues, but not a single confirmed moment of Emmett being shot. Some fans think the show is tricking us. Here's what supports this idea. Asterisk, the gunshot is heard, but no body is shown. Asterisk, Kiesha's grief could be about someone else, maybe even a friend, or side character we didn't expect. Asterisk, Emmett being absent might just be because he's in hiding, injured, or even planning something behind the scenes. Asterisk, if it's not Emmett who dies, it could be someone close to him, like Bakafri, or even Nuck, who's been rising as a wild card. This would still shake Emmett, push the story forward, and keep the audience guessing without killing the main character. Asterisk, theory 4. Emmett is in a coma, not dead. Asterisk. Here's another fan favorite. Emmett was shot, but he's not dead. He's in critical condition. Asterisk, this theory explains the hospital sounds in the trailer, Kiesha crying, but not wearing funeral clothes. Jada's pain without confirmation of death. The writers might be saving Emmett's fate for a big cliffhanger. If he wakes up, it could be a huge moment of redemption or revenge. If he doesn't, that could be the season finale twist. Asterisk, the writer's style, what history tells us. Asterisk. Let's zoom out for a second. The Chi is known for emotional drama. Yes, but also for twisting the audience's expectations. Asterisk, remember when Brandon's death was teased? The show dragged out the reveal. Same with Coogie in season 1. It built tension before confirming his fate. So even though the trailer makes us feel like Emmett is gone, it might be doing that on purpose. Asterisk. They want us to be nervous. They want us to talk, and they want us tuning in when the episode drops. Asterisk. If there's one thing we've learned about the Chi, it's that no character is ever truly safe, and no storyline is ever simple. Season 7 episode 9 is being teased as a game changer, and after breaking down every second of that trailer, it's easy to see why. Asterisk, all the signs point to a major loss. Emmett is missing. The people who love him are breaking down. The streets are full of tension. And that gunshot, the one sound that echoes through the trailer, has fans frozen in fear. Asterisk. But the Chi doesn't always play it straight. The showrunners love to twist the story just when you think you've figured it out. Maybe Emmett is gone. Maybe he faked his death. Maybe he's lying low, waiting for the perfect moment to strike back, or maybe the real tragedy is still coming. Asterisk, no matter which theory you believe, one thing is clear. Episode 9 is going to hit hard. Whether it's grief, revenge, or survival, every character will be forced to face something they've been running from. Kiesha might finally snap. Jada might demand justice. And if Emmett somehow lives, he won't be the same man we knew before. Asterisk now. Let's talk about you. The viewers. Asterisk. What do you think happened to Emmett? Asterisk. Do you believe he's dead? Or do you think this is all part of a bigger plan? Asterisk. Could someone else have taken the bullet? Asterisk. Drop your theories in the comments. We'll be reading through and responding to the wildest ones. Asterisk. And if you're as locked into this season as we are, don't forget to subscribe. We'll be breaking down episode 9, the moment it drops. Scene by scene. Theory by theory. You won't want to miss it, especially if the show finally reveals the truth about Emmett's fate. Asterisk. So keep your eyes open, because on the Chi, even the quietest moment could mean everything. Asterisk. If Emmett is really dead, the Chi may never be the same again. This isn't just about losing a character. Emmett is the emotional core, the one who's been growing, struggling, fighting to be better. Since season 1, his death would shake every storyline. Kiesha, Jada, Douda, Trig. Even Kevin, wherever he is. His absence would leave a hole in the community, and in us, the viewers. Asterisk. But if he's alive, even barely, that means we're not at the end. We're at the beginning of something new. A darker, more dangerous version of the world the Chi has been building. Asterisk. This show never gives you easy answers. That's why fans love it. It doesn't hand you clean endings or simple heroes. It gives you people, flawed, scared, strong, broken, and forces them to make impossible choices. Asterisk. So let's get real. Episode 9 isn't just another episode. It's a turning point. Maybe for Emmett. Maybe for Kiesha. Maybe even for Douda. But someone's life is going to change forever. Asterisk will be watching every frame, every line of dialogue, every shadow in the background, because the Chi hides its truth in the quietest moments. This is the calm before the storm. Asterisk. And when episode 9 hits, asterisk, there's no going back. Asterisk. Asterisk. If you're feeling what we're feeling, hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and drop your wildest theory in the comments. Asterisk. Who fired the gun? Asterisk. Is Emmett gone for good, or playing a dangerous game from the shadows? Asterisk. And most of all, what would you do if you were in Kiesha's place? Let's talk about it. Because in the Chi, the streets don't forget. And the truth? It always comes out. Asterisk.